Hello all, I am going to talking with you about the socio-cultural theory by Vygotsky. To begin with, let's know more about the man behind this theory. Vygotsky was born in Russia in 1896. He then attended Moscow University in 1917, and over the following 9 years, he composed 270 scientific articles, 10 books, various lectures, and manuscripts. And unfortunately, he passed away in 1934 because of tuberculosis. Due to his early death, most of his theories were left undeveloped, and his work in the last 10 years of his life became the foundation of so many research theories in cognitive development. Social development theory. The major theme of Vygotsky's theoretical framework is that social interaction plays a fundamental role in the development of cognition. Social interaction affects the learning process of an individual, and it creates consciousness and awareness upon the individual. That is, Vygotsky believed that the social interaction that children engaged in help them to discover and create meaning from the things that they discover. Major themes on this theory are role of social interaction in cognitive development, more knowledgeable other, zone of proximal development, and scaffolding. First one is role of social interaction in cognitive development. Vygotsky believed that language was the most important tool that human could utilize. It plays a central role in mental development, and it is a main means by which adults transmit information to children, and language itself becomes a very powerful tool of intellectual adaptation. And Vygotsky believed that there are 3 forms of language, and they are social speech, that is external communication that people use to talk with other people, and the second one is private speech. It is the internal communication that a person direct to themselves, and the last one is silent inner speech. It is a private speech that diminishes in its audibility. That is our thoughts. The second theme of this theory is MKO, that is more knowledgeable other. MKO is any person who has a higher level of ability of understanding than the learner in certain topic. That is, for example, parents, teachers, peer groups, electronic devices, video, cell phone. These are MKOs. And the third theme of this theory is ZPD, that is zone of proximal development. The zone of proximal development is the area of learning that a MKO assists the student in developing a higher level of learning. We will get a better understanding of ZPD with the help of this figure. First, there is what we can do on our own. We perform at a certain level of competency, and we refer this as the zone of actual development. Then the child can perform a higher level of competency in the zone of proximal development, what we can do with the help of an adult, a friend, or technology, or what Vygotsky called the more knowledgeable other, that is MKO. When the child develops and gains higher mental function, this development ideally happens in zone of proximal development. And the fourth idea of this theory is scaffolding. Vygotsky defines scaffolding instruction as the role of teachers and others in supporting the learner's development and providing support structures to get to that next stage or level. And teachers provide scaffolds so that the learner can accomplish certain tasks they would otherwise not be able to accomplish on their own. And in the case of an educator, the goal of the educator is for the student to become an independent learner and problem solver. And there are so many scaffolding strategies like motivate the child's interest, reduce frustration, provide direction to keep the child focused, etc.